If you also forget the words you memorize every day, watch this video until the end. You may be studying English every day. You may even be memorizing pages of words. But if nothing stays in your mind after a few days, this is not a situation related to you, meaning you are not stupid. In this video, I will explain the reason for this and you will learn what you can do about it. So watch the video until the end. Before we start our video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Mr. English Teacher. Forgetting the words we have in mind in English is quite a normal situation and can happen to anyone. In the following minutes, I will explain to you step by step in simple ways, with methods that will work in real life, how we prevent forgetting after memorizing English words. Alright, first of all, let's understand why we forget words in our mind. Actually, we forget words because our brain is working. So our brain is like a muscle. If we use it, it becomes strong. If we don't use it, it becomes weak. When you memorize or learn a word, your brain says to itself, "This is new." But it adds, "Is it important for me?" Unless the word is repeated, our brain starts to think, "Okay, I will delete this." This is quite a normal situation because our brain wants to save. Our brain only stores and transfers to long-term memory the things it thinks are useful to itself. This is why forgetting words is quite normal. So this also indicates that our brain is working. At this point, the solution is actually not learning new words. The real solution is to practice the learned or memorized word again and again in daily life. Many people who learn English miss this point, so I want you to listen to this point very carefully. You may be memorizing 10 words or 20 words or even 50 words in a day, and while you memorize them, your brain feels busy. It feels productive. But at the end of the day, when we look, our brain has become tired and forgets most of the words it memorized or learned. At this point, what you need to do is quality, not quantity. More simply, even if you learn 5 words in a day, if you use those 5 words all the time, in the morning, at noon, in the evening, your brain puts those 5 words in its permanent memory and prevents you from forgetting. For example, let our word be morning. When we want to memorize this word, as long as we use it together with phrases like good morning, morning coffee, morning routine, morning run, morning breakfast, and as long as we repeat this every day, we will never forget that word. As a result of this, our brain stores it and says important to itself. Now I will give you very important information, but please listen carefully. In English, words do not like to be alone. A single word by itself is weak, and it is easy for our brain to forget it. When you learn a word by itself, it puts your brain in a state where it doesn't know what to do with it. As an example, let our word be cold. Cold what? When we use it together with phrases like cold weather, cold water, cold coffee, cold food, the word ceases to be uncertain and is placed within a phrase. As a result of this, our brain stores it for a long time somehow. Now we have come to a much more important point. Listen to this very carefully. This time we will try to use these phrases we learned within a sentence, and this will make our learning permanent. Let our word be cold again. As an example, the weather is not cold today. I don't like cold water. My hands got cold outside. Yes, friends, can you feel the difference now? While you were memorizing the word cold, you actually learned completely different words, and you learned this not in a random way, but within phrases that can be used in real life. When each word and sentence came together, a different meaning emerged, and our brain stored it not in a meaningless category, but in a meaningful category. This made our learning permanent. This is why I constantly advise all my students learning English that they should never memorize words by themselves and that they should learn them by using them in sentences. So you should never learn a word by itself, always learn it in phrase form. Yes, friends, now I will ask you to do a challenge. Choose 3 English words, and I want you to say these 3 English words you chose out loud and hear your own voice. Hearing your own voice, you need to make sure that your ear notices the word you know, not just inside your mind. This way, your ears will hear that you can speak English, and your brain will understand that your mouth is speaking and your ear is hearing. When you say a word out loud, your brain will hear that word again. Your brain will understand that what it hears is important. This technique will also make the memory strong and will enable it to easily store the things it needs to store. Now let's try this technique together, slowly and calmly. First, I will say a sentence to you, and you will first listen to that sentence, and then you will say it with me. So I'm saying my sentence, I drink coffee in the mornings. Now please say this sentence with me. I drink coffee in the mornings. Yes, like this, very good. Now let's say another sentence slowly and out loud. I wake up early in the mornings. Now it's your turn, say it out loud. I wake up early in the mornings. Yes, you're amazing. That's it. Every time you speak, you will help your brain remember some information. By doing this, you will make your brain even stronger. So please always apply this simple practice. If there are 5 main elements of learning English, they are listening, speaking, writing, reading, and grammar. This is why listening is good. Speaking is even better. The more you listen and speak, the longer you will remember English words. So let me give you a nice English learning secret. In your daily life, you don't need to study English for long periods or hours. Short periods will be quite sufficient for this, both for you and for your brain. Because the human brain doesn't like to sit and study something for hours, it gets tired easily, and a tired brain easily forgets what it has learned. Your brain loves short periods, for example, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. These are very important minutes because when the human brain learns something, whether it's words, it never likes to sit for a long time and memorize pages of words, and as a result, maybe none of them stay in a person's mind. Instead of doing these, you can give yourself a period of 5 to 10 minutes a day and do the shadowing technique. This way you can work both your listening and speaking skills at the same time. By the way, there are many videos about the shadowing tactic on my channel. You can watch them from my playlist after this video. As long as you do the shadowing tactic every day, after a few months you may be able to see yourself speaking English fluently. If you allocate a certain amount of time for yourself every day, like 5 minutes today, 5 minutes tomorrow, 10 minutes the other day, after a few months, you can see the difference in yourself very clearly. Yes, friends, we have come to the end of another video. In this video, I shared information with you about how we can retain words in our memory in English. If you like the video before closing it, if you also subscribe to the channel, the continuation of our series will come. I am Mr. English Teacher. Goodbye until the next video.